Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, everybody. I am here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Tower of God, or Kami no To, or Shinwi Tap on episode 6. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty nice. We get to know a little bit about Lizard Girl, or should I say Anak, if anything. The way how it went, looks like to me she is not too interesting at the same time because we've seen him before and seen him multiple times. But anyways, let's just get this going. Of course, I'm gonna get this one scene out of the way before I get to certain important stuff. Rachel tries to tell Kun tell Bomb that I'm not the girl that he is looking for, But apparently we get to see Kun you want me to lie to him. Is that it? She goes yeah, because I don't want to be a burden to him and I don't want him to be a burden to me. Every time we see each other, that's going to be the thing. That's how it's going to be. Which I go well, I can understand that, but you understand that she's the one that abandoned him and that kind of thing, and I guess she feels remorseful about it, but I guess she can't just stop, etc. But we also see to it, we see Green Lizard Girl, or I should say Anak, whatever her name is. She ends up she actually took Black March or something, but apparently won't listen to her or even be used by her. She will only be talking or used by someone who is a handsome man. Even, what's his name? The guy in the purple jacket, which I don't even bother remembering his name, Shibisu. He's the one that he got rejected, which is really hilarious. I go well, you deserve that one, that's for sure. But aside from that, we get to know certain positions in the tower climbing thing, And we see to it that there are 4 positions. They are known to be Fisherman, Spear Bearer, Light Bearer, Scout, and Wave Controller. Spear Bearer is known to be the one who fight close quarters at the heart of the battle, Fisherman. That's Fisherman. Spear Bearer is known to be killing their enemies from a distance. Light Bearer is the illuminant light, the dark tower with their lighthouse, as well as gather and distribute information about the situation. Pretty much almost like a spy. Scout is known to be investigating their enemies' movements on the front lines and assist the fishermen. In other words, yeah, the way how it is, it's scouting. And Wave Controller. They are directors of the battle who will provide support and control in combat using Shinzu, And we get to know that Bomb is given this position and he will start his training in a couple days. We also see to it that Kun, on the other hand, tells Bomb a couple things, He gives him some new clothes and tells him a couple things, Right now, you can't see Rachel or she doesn't want to see you. And in order for you to do that or even talk to her, you have to get stronger. Although Kun told him at least a little bit of the truth or something, that was only half of it, at least. He don't want Bond to go through what he went through, So so that's the reason why he's doing as best he can to make sure he gets stronger, or something. Eventually, we have to that he makes a couple of friends, Bomb and the others, but we also see a scene where Bob makes a contract with some kind of being on the 2nd floor, which is something that the teacher that was teaching Bob and the others how to do so. We also get to see a nasty scene where the creature says, sure, I'll make a contract with you, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a contract, it's a shackle. So pretty much, I don't know what that means, but I'm afraid it's going to be a nasty side effect for Bob, But we see to it that Bomb is about to go, meets up some guy named Ho and then some guy named Lara, the guy in the sleeping bag whatsoever. And we see Rock himself having to separate from Kun and Bomb just to go go throw his spear at somewhere. And we see the crazy demon to throw a certain spear, And we get to see Endorshi whatsoever having to meet up with the group. And we also see Hats or Gats, whatever his name is. Hats, yeah. Apparently, him and Shibisu did not like what Anorak did, such as stealing Black March from Bomb whatsoever, etc., and pretty much become a little dishonorable. So he pretty much says, we cut ties from her, or she unilateral cut ties from us, etc., And Hats and Kun have a great disliking towards each other, But we also get to see something about Endorshi saying that her family is forbidden to love. And we also see too that Anorak says, "Oh, how how the Princess of Jihad has fallen just to go with the group of people, you know? And we see to it that Bomb looks like the Black March that Anra took from him, and she goes like, what? Just because you're staring at it, I'm not gonna give it back to you. And Bomb's like, no, it's okay. I'm just gonna... It wasn't really mine to begin with. It was given to me by Princess Yuri or something of Jihad. So pretty much, I'm just gonna have to apologize to her once I meet her again. You know, that kind of thing. And we got to know about the Princes of Jihad are recruited to represent capable tribes and families, you know? So in other cases, Endoshi says pretty much more like some kind of brand name shoes put on display in Jihad's showcase whatsoever. And we get to see Rahel or Rachel picking up an apple is still covered in the hood, you know? Eventually, Endoshi also says that Rachel is known to be a troublesome woman over there, which I go like, well, looks like to me, things that might get more complicated. And we get to see a game where like there's a game where there's a certain number of individuals until there's only 8 of them remaining. That's when the game will end. And we see too that Endoshi and Anak, that green lizard brain or lizard girl, ends up showing up each other and they end up fighting, you know. And we get to see Endoshi pretty much pushing off men one by one, you know, while we see Kun himself and Rachel analyzing people, you know? And we get to see that, like, Kun realizes there's not much information on that girl or Bomb at the same time, you know? But he ends up deciding to look at Anak Jihad. But apparently, he becomes very confused right now because he ends up reading the information that after becoming a ranker, she was selected to become a princess, you know? And granted the Green April. She's in the middle of the taking of a test in order to climb the tower right now, but she's already dead. I don't know what he means by dead, like physically dead or just like mentally dead. Whatever the case may be, we don't really know entirely. But one thing for sure is like I think it must be the wrong information that he might be picking up, or it might be implemented, or it's not been updated yet. Whatever the case may be, but we get to know that Endoshi almost got hit by Anak after she tries to fight, as she tries to pick a fight with her, you know? She actually used Shinzu to try to give herself the advantage, but she grabbed her foot and slammed it down to the face. And she said, what were you going to do if you scratched this natural treasure of face, huh? She also realizes that she is Anak's orphan. So pretty much that proves that her name is not really Anak, but she's Anak's orphan. So not only that, she calls her an imposter and asks her, why did you choose this path of misfortune, my niece? We also get to know why, you know? We have too that the green lizard girl, whatever her name is, Anak, well, I'll call her green lizard girl because that'll be easier for me to remember, and I'm pretty sure you guys might be thinking, can't you be a little bit more polite to remember her name? Come on, man. I don't see her as too important to me right now, and I'll just call her this name after, like, what I'm going to tell you. Green Lizard Girl, Anak, ends up saying, like, the person that she was with, she married the cook who made the best chicken pies in the world. Her only regret was that the chef famous for his chicken pies was killed by her sisters known as the princesses. To kill everyone named Jihad and achieve my revenge, I'm going to put you on my first of the list, Endoshi. So pretty much we get to know Anak is out in the tower to get her vengeance and kill every single princess and anyone named Jihad because they took her only possible foster mother and along with the famous chef she married, you know. Not to mention her foster mother seems to be like, you promised I'd be living in a good life or something. What the hell is this? You know, that kind of thing. I'm like, oh dear. And you know, that kind of thing. So we got to know Green Lizard Girl, which her real name is not really Anak. She's an orphan. She's an imposter, if anything, just like Endoshi says. But at the same time, Anak says, we're all imposters, blah, blah, blah. So looks like to me, one of the focus besides the Tower of God, with Bomb having to climb the tower and training. And of course, we see him training, and we see Rock throwing his spear, hitting a target, you know. But also at the same time, we also see Kun analyzing and Rachel doing the same thing, analyzing the enemies, looking into the opponent's identities, blah, blah, blah. But aside from that, Anak, she is a vengeance-fueled, rage-fueled girl who's trying to, like, kill anyone that's a princess and the one whose name is Jihad or something. So I go like, well, that's enough to say it, but you know, just a vengeance field girl. Something that we've seen a lot in the characters nowadays who's driven by rage and hatred after all the they've been through, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, Bob lost Black March. Okay, he says, okay, just take it. I'll just have to apologize to Princess Yuri about it, which hopefully she'll understand, but, you know, due to her status and how she is, she's just a spoiled brat. But we'll have to see what else comes from that. So, Anak. Well, her real name's not Anak. She's just an imposter. Only question is, what is her real name? So in any cases, I'm going to call her Green Lizard Girl. So, and Dorsey realizes that Green Lizard Girl knows her motivation, and what is she going to do about it? That's the question. So, looks like to me, a lot of things have happened in this episode. You know, Bomb can't see Rachel, and Coon's trying to make sure Bomb doesn't go through the same thing that he went through. Rock is off doing his own thing and throwing spears at targets, and Rachel trying to avoid Bomb and maybe had a vision about Bomb having made a lot of allies and just left, you know? And let's see here. Bomb making a couple new friends with like Hots and Shibisu, guy in the green freaking Parker jacket or a green jacket whatsoever. And, you know, Anak, we get to know that she's fueled by rage because she lost the one thing that took care of her, and then, you know, climbed the tower, became a ranker, was given Green April, and now she's trying to kill every single princess or Jihad or something, whatever it is. So, yeah. Not like I care much about Lizard Girl unless there's a reason to. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, stories could have their own simple twist, even though it looks a little obvious from the get-go, but who knows? So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm AlphaZero. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!